Welcome back, Kiwi Yoinkers and all other folk, to Suntour Gaming. Today we've got Maurithew once again. He actually sent me this video as I was doing the last video he featured in, and I had to redo the last video that I'd done because this one was popping up all over my screen. I took a look at this and I figured it was very good. Great just to show map awareness and how effective it can be for a team. So we're on the same map as Maurithew's last video of the Seasoned and Salty that he sent through to me. So he's going up into the same bush. But I mean, as you can see here on the mini-map, we've got, you know, the heavy's going where the heavy should, this medium doing whatever he wants, and nobody at all going out to the left of the map, which is a very strategical spot out there. I mean, you get a lot of tanks that go out their way and they get cross shots and light up the tanks that are the heavy tanks that are sitting on the hill. So I mean, as you can see now, you've got one tank destroyer on his map who is finally making his way around to the back to that top section, that overlook. And I mean, he hasn't seen all of the enemy team yet. He's seen a majority of them, and he feels safe enough to be able to push out there by himself. I mean, he's in a 152, so he's got a big gun. He shouldn't be too afraid. But he's now sitting in position. Maurithew's sitting in position. The other tank destroyer is also sitting in position behind the hill, and there's the medium. So that 152, he knows he's safe up there on that hill now. He's got nothing to worry about because the only medium on the enemy team is out here with the heavies. Now, had that E50 gone where he should, it might have been a different battle. And I mean, this T44, he's not paying attention to his mini-map. He just drove out in the open and got absolutely annihilated. I mean, look at him, sitting right in the middle of the water, just dead carcass. Anybody watching the mini-map would know that there's 3 tank destroyers sitting at the top right of the map there, where Maurithew just looked, and all of the heavy tanks over there as well. So, I mean, that was just a very poor decision on that player's part. Now, as you can see, these heavies, they're not being aggressive at all. They're being very, very passive heavies. They're sitting back, they're not pushing, they're not really doing much of anything. And one of the heavies is actually AFK, I believe. So, Maurithew here, being map aware, knowing that no one's pushing, no one has any light source, you know, they're not spotting anything for him. He's not getting any shots, so he's going to move. The other 2 TDs, they don't need to move. They've already used their map awareness and their situational awareness, and they've already put themselves into positions to get the most effective cross shots and damage that they possibly can. And now you see that heavy, he's died. Not being map aware. There's a tank destroyer out there, dude. If you ever use this hill, use the very right hand side of the hill and peek that section of the hill. You're going to be a lot safer. You've got a rock covering you from the left, you've got a massive hill in front of you. Like, it's just safer to push that top right section of that hill as opposed to coming around where the KV4 did. And that's all situational awareness, guys. You know there's heaps of tanks over the back. Don't peek in a place that's going to get you shot. So Maurithew's going to do a decent job here. He's basically going to hold this section, light up the tanks, and take shots everywhere he can. Now, he didn't aim that shot and it bounced. Aiming pays off, guys. Just aim. I mean, when you're in a tank like this with a really fast reload, you don't need to aim so much. But I see people do it in tanks that have, you know, 15-second reloads. They'll snap a shot off and it'll either go a mile wide or it'll bounce, and that's because people are not aiming shots. This IS-3, again, someone who was not situationally aware. Now, Murithi was spotted on this hill. His heavy tank back behind him, that AMX, he was spotted. That TD that is now pushed into centre cap, he was spotted. He was fighting the IS-3, but the IS-3 decided to push, and it cost him. It cost him all of his hook points, and it didn't take long for him to lose them. Now this Tiger 2, another example of situational awareness and map awareness, knowing the terrain that you're driving on. Just watch him when Murithi pulls up and he goes back forward. Just watch this Tiger 2. He's making all of his really solid armor effectively useless, just because of where he's sitting. See, he's on that slope, he's facing downwards, and that gives that top upper plate, it makes it flat. And when your armor profile is flat, it's weaker. Simple as that. If this guy had backed off to where that dead scorpion behind him is, and used that little ridge line to keep himself held down, and have that front plate angled a bit more, he might have survived a lot longer. Anyway, thank you Murithi for sending me this video. It was great to see. Ace Mastery, 3000 damage, 2 kills, and I think he got roughly around 2k spotting damage. Maybe just less, but a damn good showing. And I mean, the situational and map awareness of Murithu's tank destroyers, I'm not going to say his whole team, but his tank destroyers was very good. It was on point. They moved where they needed to. They moved more than the heavies did. Until next time, folks, stay safe, use cover. I'll see you in the next video.